Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Bitcoin. Before we jump into the price action, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below. Okay, so we're still looking potentially for this push to the upside for a fifth here. We did come down deeper than I had anticipated, and we were looking potentially to count this as a diagonal within here, but we did say that we had to be careful because with doing that, it could also look to break down. So yesterday we were talking about the possibility that we could have seen something like this play out, and this is basically still possible. The 1-to-1 is still open, and it is possible we could look to push down lower. Though within the structure, there's nothing really indicating it at the moment. The only way that I'd be looking at it then, because as this is a 5-wave move, we have overlap here. So we can't really count it as a clear 5-wave move. So because we've actually come back up here and crossed this high point, either we're having an extension within this move, or potentially this is just going to be a W, so an ABC. We have an X wave and push down one more time and a Y. So something to this effect where we have this is a W, move up for an X wave, and then we push down for a Y. So that's still possible. And until we take this high point of this 23,162, we need to be aware that we could always continue to the downside like this. So if we're looking for a potential rejection point for this, we'd have to argue we've already come up to this 50%. So we have been getting rejected off this 50%, but really we could still come up high, anywhere up to sort of this 854 area. The thing is, with an X wave, it can be anything, so it makes it difficult to count it currently with the current structure we have. It is possible that this could be complete here and we look to break down again. However, we could look to push up a little bit more and form sort of a more complex structure within this, where we have an A, a B, and a C, and then we look to push up back into this range. The 0.618 is actually quite an interesting area because it's this previous support zone here. So if we do push up one more time, it is possible we move into that zone and then look to break down. So if this is going to be just a corrective structure like we have it marked here, effectively, if we measure from here down into this potential rejection area, we could potentially move down towards this 22,000 area. So if we do move down in another 3-wave move, effectively what we would be looking for is potentially to move down into this 22,005 area, and then that could actually mark a bigger completed A, B, and a C. So we need to just bear that in mind, that this is becoming quite big now in relation to this wave 2. So I am starting to like it less and less as being part of that. What my worry is within this structure is, if I just remove this now, if we move this forth into this position, this is just a possibility I'm keeping an eye on. If we do start to get rejected from here, from this point, and we get deeper moves, it is possible that we could have looked to truncate in here with this as a basically a diagonal from this in this 5th wave, where this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 up into this high point. So it is possible still that this is what's happened, and we're not going to actually move up into this 5th wave zone. But we'll just have to keep an eye on it basically until we lose this support zone here that we have. It is still possible that we could look to push up one more time. So we've still got this support area. If we start to lose this, it becomes more likely we're in a different structure. But basically within this, what we'd be looking for is, if this is completed over here or over here, the thing is we have 2 ways we can look at this once again. So this is one way we can look at it. I don't like it though because of how deep this wave 2 came. If we're going to look at it like this, where this is a diagonal for 1, this is a 2. The problem is the fact this came so deep, it makes it very unlikely. So the only way that this would be possible then from this point would be that we form a 5-wave move to the upside, which we can argue is potentially completed here. We retrace, find support inside this box area, this 22,534 to this 22,400 zone, and then we actually look to push away in another 5-wave move. So what we'd want to see here basically is a move like this, break back down into this support zone, hold that support, and then move up to the 1.618 of this move. So within this current structure, if we were looking at it as it's currently formed, I'd want to move down a bit deeper. It is possible to complete here, but basically I'd want to move down deeper back into this range. And we'd be looking to take these highs. So potentially looking to push up to this 22,254 zone. So that's what we'd want to see here if we're looking for that impulsive structure. But really this would only get confirmed by crossing back above this 23,772, and if we did that, then we could potentially look for a bigger move up here in a 5-wave move, and this could look to potentially target out that zone we were looking for over here, this 24,000 area to this 23,629. So that's what we're still looking for. We're still looking for that potential to push up one more time into this zone, and it is possible we could look to push into this. But like I said, we'd want to see this 3rd wave come up into this, come past this zone here, and then effectively what that would do is that would then push our 4th wave back down here. The problem with this is, as you can see here, if we only move just up to this 1.618, it would mean that our 4th wave would be very close to crossing this wave 1 at a 0.382. In fact, it would just about do it. So either this would have to move up higher, or this 4th wave would have to be shallower and be something like a triangle. So that's the only way that it could be valid. So we need to just bear in mind that this could actually just break down. So I don't really like it. Like I said, I do think that either we're potentially gonna set a new low, or alternatively, like I was saying, the 4th wave could be on this position here. So if it is here in this position, effectively what we would want to see is pretty much the same thing. We want to start seeing that 5-wave structure develop from here, where we get this as a 1, 2, then push up for a 3, take out these high points, 4 and a 5 to the upside like that. So we're going to have to give it a bit more time. But basically, if we fail to hold this zone here, then we're looking at the more bearish options. And basically, that area we want to cross is at 23,258 off of this 0.618 retracement. So that's what we're looking at within that substructure. There is also, however, the chance that we could be doing something slightly different within here, and we would argue then that potentially we could have a triangle. So unfortunately, these are all viable options at the moment. We can argue that within this structure we've had, this is an A wave, this is a complex B wave. Normally you get a complex C wave, but in this case, if we're looking at it, the C would be simple. So it doesn't violate anything as of yet. It didn't cross this low point, so it is still viable, but we only get confirmation once we form this D wave. So if we do get another 3-wave move to the upside here, we get this as an A, we come back for that B, we push up for that C wave, and then we start to get rejected again. It's possible that we could have this as an A, B, C, D, but then once we wouldn't be able to cross above this green point here, this 23,162, and also if we cross back below this area here of this 22,300, this would invalidate. So that's what we're looking at within this structure. It could be potentially a triangle in here as a 4th wave, and then looking to push up one more time into this zone, or alternatively, like I said, we could potentially have truncated into there, and then we could be starting to look to break down. So if we are looking to break down, the bigger support zone that we're looking for is down here at this 21,444 all the way down to this 19,489. So this is the 3rd wave that we're potentially looking for here, this 4th wave that we're potentially looking for here. So if we do start to break down, that would be the zone that we actually look to break down into, in my opinion. So I'm going to have to give this a bit more time and see how we react out of here. It is possible, like I said, that we could still have this wave to play out to the upside here, this 5th. However, if we fail to maintain this zone here, basically we need to just be aware that we could actually always break down within this. So if we lose this support zone here, it becomes more likely that we're actually starting to break down for this next fourth wave into this zone, and potentially look to target out this area here. It's possible that we could actually just look to break down into this zone and then have that push back through. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. And why not leave us some feedback down below. Okay, I hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see each other in the next video. Take care out there, everybody.